With the release of a new creature also comes a release of a new AFK method, and if you'd like to learn how you can AFK Elite Profile Scabrite, make sure you stay tuned. Let's dive in. Alright, the minimal requirements that you need to AFK these guys would be 90 plus combat stats. We are going to be using melee, so melee, defense, and constitution. You would also want to have at least 107 plus herblore, since we are going to be using Elder Overload Sows for the anti-poison that is inside of them. Following that, we have 92 plus prayer, since we are going to be using deflect melee along with turmoil. As for the quest, we do need to have Beneath the Scarbarous Sands completed in order to be able to reach the new area that they are in. We do have the temple at Centestin needed to be completed, so we have our ancient curses unlocked, and following up, we do need to have dwarf cannon completed in order for us to be able to have a dwarf multi-cannon to aggro them. Now, what I highly recommend is 112 Invention, so you have Potion Reservoirs to throw your Elder Overload Sows inside of them, so you make this a super AFKable method. Following that up, I do have the Restocking Cannon perk from the Artisan Workshop, so you don't always have to run over to your cannon and click on it every 5 minutes. And finally, I have like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more AFK content like this. As for the gear setup, we are going to be using Elder Ruin armor except for the gloves, which will be the Cinderband gloves. For the aura, we will be using a Vampirism aura. For the cape, I have the Fight Cone cape on here. For the necklace, we have the Amulet of Souls, a Reaver's ring, and in the ammo slot, we have the Grasping Rune pouch. We're not going to use any runes in it, it's just for the additional prayer bonus. We do have the Primed Karis in here. This is going to be a method for you guys to be able to upgrade it, along with the Offhand Dragor. Now, in the pocket slot, I do have a Scrimshaw of Vampirism for extra healing. As for the inventory, I have my Potion Reservoirs, Elder Overload Salves, my Weapon Poison plus, Powder of Penance, and I also have Powder of Protection, since these things do hit pretty hard. Following that up, we have the Quorum Instant Sticks. I do have a Polinovich teleport, so you can teleport quickly next to the cave entrance. Down below, I do have a cannon, my cannon balls. I have a Nexus, since we will be using a Darkness Incantation here. I have a Spring Cleaner, a Seed Aside, an Enhanced Excalibur, and an Ancient Elven Ritual Shard. With this setup, you don't need any perks or any relic powers whatsoever, but if you do have them, they do help more kills per hour. As for the Revolution bar I was using Chaos Roar, Overpower, Blood Tendrils, Assault, Destroy, Greater Flurry, Punish, Sacrifice, Dismember, and Slice. Now, if you don't have Greater Flurry, just normal Flurry will do with this Revo bar. Now, once you're ready, all you have to do is teleport to Polinovich and just run north to the west to the cave entrance to where the normal Profane Scabrites are at, and just take the boat that goes all the way to the new temple area. Now, once you are in the new area, you run over to the bridge. This is where you get everything ready. Your Vampirism aura, you're going to activate your Scrimshaw of Vampirism. You're going to activate a Potion Reservoir and throw one of your Elder Overload Salves inside of it. You're going to also activate that while it's sipping. And then you're also going to activate your Weapon Poison plus. You're going to also spread out your Powder of Penance and Powder of Protection. You're also going to overload your Quorum Instant Sticks along with extend it to a full hour. Now, once you are fully ready, you are also going to do your Darkness Incantation. You're going to activate your Deflect Melee along with your Turmoil. Once you are absolutely ready, you run over to the spot you see me on screen now, and you're going to place your cannon here. Of course, activate it and just stand underneath the cannon while attacking all of the Scabrites here. Now, there are 3 different places that you can set up a cannon to make this an AFKable method. Down in the south where we are now, up in the north right there, but the only problem with that is there's a couple pillars there that might get some of the Scabrites stuck. And then on top of the stairs, you can place a cannon as well. You'll be fighting 2 up there, but sometimes you'll have a 3rd come walking down the stairs, and it will get stuck to where the cannon will continuously do damage to it. Now, during this entire method, you're always stuck fighting 2 and 2 only. No matter how hard you try to get another Scabrite to come running over to you to attack, it will not attack. You'll run out of range to where another one will go back into a spot like you just saw right there. Now, the main reason why we're using dual wields, you're stuck fighting one at a time, basically the entire time doing this method. You'll have both of them attacking you at first, but by the time you get one killed, the next one responds. Now, you may have noticed that I don't have a familiar at all doing this method. This is just me showcasing that you don't need all the extra stuff to get it done. But if you want to use a familiar, I highly suggest either a legendary pet to pick up all of your loot, or using a holy Scarab so you're able to keep your prayer regen up just in case something wanted to go a little south. Now, doing this method with the minimal gear required in order to be able to fight them, you are looking at about 110 kills per hour, which equates to about 208,000 Slayer XP per hour, 366,000 Combat XP per hour, and 121,000 Constitution XP per hour. Now, the drops are all basically the same, it's just the quantity is just a little bit higher than the normal profound Scaberites. Now, the Spectral Lens is probably going to have a better drop rate than fighting the normal Scaberites, since these guys are elite and they are much harder to kill. Now, after doing 1 hour with these guys and after my expenses, I was able to get 6 million GP per hour. Now, this is only the beginning of this creature being in the game, so everything's going to fluctuate over time, either going to be more GP per hour or possibly even less, also depending on if you get the Spectral Lenses too. But I would suggest going after these guys only if you have the Slayer task. On top of that, if you still need the Spectral Lens drop from them. But that does come an end to this video. If you guys found anything useful or interesting, make sure to hit that like button. If you guys are brand new to the channel and would like to see more minimal AFK methods like this, make sure to hit that sub button and hit that bell notification so you guys know when I upload next. But until next time, guys, I hope you stay safe. See ya.